Thomas Frank has reportedly become a top candidate to replace Erik ten Hag as Manchester United's manager. This weekend, Frank's Brentford team will face United at Old Trafford. The match presents the Danish coach with an opportunity to impress Manchester United's decision-makers and strengthen his case for the position. Manchester City goalkeeper Ederson claims the Premier League champions already know who will replace Pep Guardiola when he leaves the club. Guardiola's future at the Etihad Stadium is up for grabs, with the Catalan coach's contract up at the end of the season. City have already announced that Sporting Lisbon sporting director Hugo Viana will replace the outgoing Saiki Bajirastain, raising speculation that Ruben Amorim could replace Guardiola at some point. Liverpool may be coming to terms with life after Trent Alexander-Arnold next season. The Premier League giants are beginning to believe that he is not going to sign a new contract. Alexander-Arnold's present deal expires at the end of the season, and he is wanted by Real Madrid. Arne Slot's side feel the lure of Real may be too great for Alexander-Arnold. The right-back has admitted in the past that he is extremely ambitious and that he wants to keep winning the biggest trophies. While this report may be reliable from a Real perspective, there has not been any indication of Alexander-Arnold wanting to leave in the English press. Chelsea midfielder Enzo Fernandez has admitted he did not enjoy the way he left Benfica for the Blues a year ago. Fernandez made a controversial move in the winter of 2023. After the 2022 World Cup, Benfica did want to retain him for another 6 months or even a further season, but were powerless to stop Chelsea signing him for £106 million. Let me say hello to Benfica fans, who always send messages and remember me, Fernandez said. Obviously, I didn't like the way I left the club, but I am very grateful to the club and everyone for all the support they give me. Fernandez has earned praise from coach Enzo Maresca this season, who said about him, "I think it's very difficult in the way we play to find a midfielder that can attack like an attacking midfielder and defend like a holding midfielder. For instance, Arsenal are using Declan Rice as an attacking midfielder on the ball and as a holding midfielder when defending. Man City, in the past, have done this with Ilkay Gundogan. In our case, we are trying to find the balance and find the players who can give us this kind of solution. At the moment, Enzo is the only one when we have the ball. He is playing like an attacking midfielder and is dropping next to Mwakachedo when we don't have the ball to help us and give us defensive balance." Pogba was linked with a move to City when he was still a United player back in 2020 and 2021. City did look into signing Pogba, as they wanted a midfielder to replace their departing captain Fernandinho. "Honestly, I had a lot of problems." Juventus midfielder Pogba. "I had the burglary. I had a problem with the extortion. I had to leave Manchester. Let's say it like this. If I didn't have that problems, maybe I would have been at City. But with an if you can save the world, because my head wasn't about staying in Manchester. But it wasn't a closed door, because I left United for free." Chelsea have been delighted with how Palmer has progressed since arriving from Manchester City a year ago. While he is now seen as one of the top players in the Premier League, the Buff is not sure he is a long-term Blue. Well, they bought him for a very good price. So I guess if they get an offer for £100 million, because it's their business, the trading business, Chelsea will go against their business model if they don't sell. Of course the fans are going to be upset, but if they don't sell him for £100 million when they bought him for like £45 million, that would be absolutely stupid of them to forego their trading business system. So yes, they're going to sell him because they don't care about the club. They are there to make money, not there to get results. Results are for the fans, money are for the owners. It's like the same thing with Manchester United. I guess Liverpool too. Those boards, they just want money. But at the same time, that would be stupid from Real Madrid to buy Palmer. They don't need him. They have Jude Bellingham. Where do you want to put Cole Palmer? On the bench. Barcelona president Joan Laporta has reaffirmed claims of rejecting a massive offer for Lamine Yamal over the summer. Laporta argues the La Masia production line has eased the need to go to market to strengthen the squad this season. "I don't like to manage by looking in the rearview mirror. When we arrived, things were really bad, to be honest. We were in bankruptcy, but we've improved. We've increased income. We've reduced spending. We've lowered the wage bill by €170 million. You have to have a lot of negotiating ability to make this reduction. We also know how to sell players for a value of 80 million euros for sporting reasons. We're a buying club with common sense and responsibility. What we have that no one else has is La Masia, which produces great talent that ends up playing in the first team. I already said that La Masia would be the nuclear center of our project, and that is being achieved. We are keeping an eye on the market, but first we look at home. There are those who think that they have been made to balance the result, but that is not the case. The sale of players that we have made has been for sporting reasons. Ousmane Dembele, Marc Guiu. As at Barca you are nowhere. We know how to sell, and whoever comes to buy players will have to make a statement. We want those who want to play here to stay. They came to buy Lamine from me for 250 million euros, and I said no. Forbes values us much more now than last year. We didn't want to because we thought we had to keep the team. I don't think we were wrong. Hansi Flick is getting a lot out of many of these players. Ilkay Gundogan has left, but Dani Olmo has come. There are players who perform better, like Rafinha or Robert Lewandowski. We are happy, but those who want to stay will stay at Barca. The Saudi Pro League chief Michael Emenalo says Mohamed Salah was not ready to leave Liverpool last season and talked up whether the forward could make the same move soon. Last summer, Al Ittihad were prepared to pay more than £100 million, but Salah chose not to move. Asked if Salah could move to Saudi Arabia soon, Emenalo told the Obi-Wan podcast, "I think it depends on Mo." Speaking about the interest in Salah last season, Emenalo added, "The stories that our teams went after him was true. It is true, there was an interest. But just like Victor Osimhen, it's okay for me to have an interest in signing Mo, but the club have to have an interest in letting him go. And if those things don't align, you don't have a deal." Fundamentally, Liverpool didn't want to sell, and what price were we willing to buy at? I didn't feel the player was ready to come because he felt like he had unfinished business.